Okay, so today we have a very nice saxophone. This is probably the most popular baritone saxophone in the world. Not the most expensive, but the most popular. If you look on the internets and stuff and the reverb, I think I've got the only one for sale pretty much in the United States almost. It's advertised as a used instrument, but man, oh man, you can't tell it from new. I mean, the berries just get destroyed down the back sides, and the bottoms are always smashed up. I've got them where the bottoms are just absolutely flat and just obliterated with scratches. So this one came in straight from Japan, and I've got a couple people over there watching for horns for me. And even in Japan, they're hard to find. And I was lucky enough that I got a message that there was one for sale. And then I got another guy, he found one, another guy, he found one. So I got from three different sources, three different YBS-62 Series 2. And I haven't had any probably in almost 2 years. I just can't find one. And now I've got three. One's already out on approval right now, and had a request for this one. So this one is number 38584, and they're serial numbers that mean absolutely nothing. They're just random numbers. I have no idea. The only way I can tell is by features. So one of the unique features of the ones you get straight from Japan as opposed to the ones you buy from the US dealers is you get a foot peg. It's just way cool. So for us younger and older folks, you can just set the thing right on the ground, put it between your legs like a bass clarinet, and it takes all the weight off the horn. Just use a simple strap, and you're ready to go. It takes all the weight off the horn. Just marvelous. It's adjustable up and down. And I use these hydraulic chairs so I can just pump myself up and down. So the best low A mechanism on the market, I'm not sure if you can see, but two arms going across. First of all, huge oversized low A key. And all you have to do is just lower your thumb. You don't have to be moving back and forth. Just lower your thumb right to the key. Two arms going over, one to the A, one to the B flat. On the Selmers and Yamaha, they have one little thin arm running all the way around to hit the low A key. It's got to close the B flat. It's got to close the B natural. It's got to close the low C sharp. And there's just usually not enough torque to get that all done. And you have to play the low B flat key to get the low A. So with this one, you can go right from the C. I don't know if you can see, but nothing. No B flat key down used at all. And a lot of them don't have the linkage between the low B and the low C sharp. And this one was actually out, so you couldn't do it, but now it does. So you can actually go from the low C sharp right to the A, no problem. And the sound is just unbelievable. Right down to a subtone, down to a low A. There's a video on YouTube. It's called The Best Bari Sax Player in the World. And as soon as he turns, you can see he's playing a Yamaha 62 Bari. So he could probably play anything, and that's what he's playing. Another thing unique to the Yamahas is there's actually two body octave. Let's see if I can get it in the photo here. There you go. So there's one here, and they have to close exactly at the same time. And this one's a little fuzzy on the low end, on the second octave, of the low end of the second octave. And I checked that, and the lower of the two was not shutting. So it's a real critical that both of those hit exactly at the same time. There's not an adjustment there, so just a little piece of cork got them closing at exactly the same time. If you buy one of these brand new out of the box, you're going to probably spend $75 to $100 just to get the thing totally set up like this one is now. The other problem is the G sharp was leaking a little bit. So when you play a low C and you hit the G sharp, you could hear a wow, 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 and the low C would break up. if you play like the false slow C fingering. So almost every saxophone I get 400 to 4,000, I loosen both those screws in the middle here. I can try to get a good view. At the G sharp and the 1-on-1 B flat adjustment. If the screw's down a fraction of an inch too far, then the F sharp E can't close. If it's up a fraction of an inch too far, or a fraction of a turn, the G sharp's going to pop open anytime you hit any of these table keys. The G sharp wants to open, so that screw holds it down. The other one controls the 1-on-1 B flat, which is not a huge deal. Half the players don't even use it. So again, absolutely flawless. If you look down the side, not a scratch, even on the very bottom. And you're playing this thing up and down. I don't think it's even been played hardly at all. You can tell by the neck cork. When you put the neck on 2 or 3 times or 4 times and play it and leave it on for a couple hours, you get a dent in the cork, just where the cork gets compacted. Get the spit off of there. And you can see the cork is absolutely perfectly intact. And it's the factory cork. There you go. There's a beautiful view. And you can't even see a sign where the mouthpiece has been on it. The mouthpiece, you can see the mouthpieces, these are plastic mouthpieces. It's actually a good mouthpiece, but in about 2 months, you start seeing some bite marks from your teeth on them. And I put the little pads on everything before they go out. And you can see absolutely looks like it hasn't been played. The first thing that gets lost is the little end cork for the top, and that's still in there. So, I mean, it's just so close to new that, and thousands, almost thousands of dollars cheaper. The pads look like they've never had water on them, and the places they get whacked is on the very bottom, and again, just absolutely not a scratch. Almost every other one I get, the bell lip's been pushed in, either from a bad case or a drop or something, and the bell absolutely perfect. The other place they get hit is right here. Any place there's an open space, and again, not even a scratch on it. The original case, I can't get it up but there's photos on the webpage, is absolutely perfect. There's actually one little nick in the corner of the case, probably from shipping or something, but the Tolex is 99.9%. I'll probably just put a little piece of tape over that to keep it from going. So again, it's a 9.9999 out of 10. Well, the instrument's a 10, and with the little nick in one little corner of the Tolex, it takes out a point off, fraction of a point. So anyhow, great investment. I have the price list back to 1995. This retailed for under $5,000. It was $49.95. Now it retails for $13,500. So they've over doubled since then, and they're going up steadily, about 8–10% a year. So basically, if you put money in the bank, you're getting 0.000%. I'm getting 0.07%, and this is going 8–9%. So if I don't sell it, it's just going up and up and up, and it'll never go down. Plus, they're so rare that that they're just holding their value and actually appreciating like crazy. So at the very outside, it's a great investment, besides having the greatest player. Double arms down there, and just beautiful engraving up and down, beautiful gold lacquer. And again, I got to put the neck back on. Let's put the mouthpiece back on and put it back on the horn. Neck fit is very nice, just a little slight tightening of the neck screw, and it's rock solid. And with from the factory, you get this little 1-inch, little cheesy $5 strap, and I include the $40 nice harness with it. So the harness really, if you're standing up, comes off your shoulder, sort of like a lederhosen thing, comes around, takes all the weight off those nerves up there that just kill me. So anyhow. everything's right on your finger. I've got a couple of the old Baris, and the palm keys are way wacky, and you can't even find them. And everything fits right into your hand. It's just absolutely perfect. I don't know what else I can say about this thing. It's just phenomenal. Right down the A. Just no problem starting right on the A. So everybody's copying us, Yamaha now. The front F key is, again, just a roll away. Instead of, on my Mark 6, it's almost an inch away, and I'm having to really jump for it. So this, again, you can just roll right to it. That's quite a crazy finger, but... And the F sharp starts here, goes over here, goes over here, goes up to the top, goes around, and then down to the F sharp pad. And if you just touch it, I'm just touching it. Where is it at? It's coming up. So absolutely, I mean, just no lost motion whatsoever for about 8 little junctions going top to bottom, and it's all hit underneath. And again, having the low A keys going underneath all the keywork, as opposed to some big exposed little tiny bar going across the top, like the Yanagisawa and the Selmers. It's just bulletproof, and they're just big, massive keys. Adjustments for every interaction on the saxophone, except for that octave key up here at coast. But all up and down the stack, adjustment screws, the G sharp 101 B flat screws. So it's just a joy to set up. So you can play any kind of music. This is the same thing. The guy from Tower Power, Doc from the Tower Power, has been playing one of these for decades, and just about every top player I know is playing this model because it's just phenomenal. Not a bad note on it, and the closest intonation. The Baris usually aren't too bad, but this is just a near perfect. So if I'm playing that low A arpeggio, I'm holding the C sharp, holding the C sharp down. Otherwise, on most other horns, you'd have to go. And with this one, if you play it, a lot of times I'm playing the G sharp with the C sharp key. So you can go from G sharp to C sharp just by using the right hand and keeping the palm keys the same. But again, to be able to go from C sharp that nicely is just really, really great for some piece. We play this, I've Got You Under My Skin, and it's just all over, ba-ba-ba-dee-da-da-da-boom, down to the A every other note, and it goes that way through the whole thing, and you're going from C sharp down to the low A. So really helps that out. Adjustable thumb rest, of course. The case fits it perfect. There's actually packing between the bell and the body, which is really important. The older cases, the horn was just flopping around. And this was shipped to me with no packing in the side whatsoever, which I don't really agree with, but it came with no problem. So, so there it is. Yamaha YBS-62 Series 2, and Again, they just came out with a custom model, but it's $1,000 more and probably about 5 pounds more if it's anything like the 62 tenor compared to the custom tenor. So you can check out all the pictures and everything on the webpage, www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's STEVI